Try, by God, I'll try. I'll go out and make it, or to steal it, or to take it, or to turn. Thank you. I got a little break coming up. Not quite yet.
Evening, Cassie.
Hi, how you doing? You want to start out with your usual?
Please.
Alrighty.
Why was I born? Why am I living?
Hey, God makes mistakes, too.
Good evening, sir. Do you have a reservation?
No, I don't.
Oh, well, I'm afraid there'll be a short wait.
I'll be at the bar.
Fine.
Ted, I thought you went back to New York.
I did. Just long enough to convince the boss that I was needed here desperately.
Mm-hmm. You're making all the right moves. You know that.
Uh-huh.
I won't be free for a while.
It's okay. I'll have dinner first.
Great. See you later.
Cassie, you know how I feel about dating customers.
Yeah, it's too bad the customers don't feel that way about you.
Robert, come here. Well, I'm not going to be happy until I find it.
If it's happiness you're looking for, it could be right under your nose.
I just want you to know that I'm taking the breaded veal cutlet off tomorrow night's menu.
Fine.
Fine? You don't want to know why?
Okay, why?
Because you can't make breaded veal cutlet without breadcrumbs, and you can't make breadcrumbs without stale bread.
Now what do you want me to say?
How about what happened to the stale bread you've been saving?
It was right on the tip of my tongue.
The point is, Nancy, it's missing. Somebody stole it.
Come on, Howard. Who would want to steal stale bread?
Maybe somebody who likes to dip themselves in milk and roll around in breadcrumbs.
What a bizarre and fascinating notion.
You want to dress up like a breaded veal cutlet, that's your problem. My problem is tomorrow night's menu.
Howard, lighten up. This is hardly a major crisis. Soda stale bread's missing. Somebody probably threw it out by mistake.
Of course, that's it. Nancy's right. People are always throwing away stale bread. Happens all the time. Nothing suspicious here.
Thank you, Doc. Howard, you've been working too hard. Why don't you come up to my place and we'll have a few laughs?
Yeah, I'm laughing already.
I need 2 pullet baskets.
That's poulet basquet.
Well, I need 2 of them. Well, I see Ted's back in town, so... Oh, come on, Cassie. I saw your face when you walked in. You're as happy as a bullfrog with a mouthful of horseflies.
You're right. Sure would like to get out of here a little early.
Boy, so would I. I gotta get up early in the morning. I'm going to SeaWorld. I hear they have this little baby walrus that they dress up just like a cowboy, and he flops across stage, and they shoot him and he plays dead. Flops his little flipper.
You really love the theater, don't you, kid?
Hey, Howard, you have a minute?
Oh, this is not a good time, Sonny.
You're telling me. Listen, I was in this bar last night, and I asked this girl if she wouldn't mind coming back to my place to see my erotic pen collection.
What the heck is an erotic pen collection?
You know those pens, you turn them upside down and the girl takes her clothes off?
Yeah, I've seen the pens. I didn't know anybody had enough of them to make a collection.
Yeah, well, it's kind of unique. Sets me apart from the other guys.
I bet.
Anyway, she said she couldn't come up last night, but she was available next Thursday.
Sonny, are you sure you want to go with a girl who would go to your place to see dirty pens?
Absolutely. But she also wants dinner. That's the problem. I got a cooking question for you.
What is it?
How do you do it?
Cook?
Yeah, I tried a lot of different things. It never works out.
You haven't tried anything with breadcrumbs, have you?
No, but it sounds delicious. What kind of wine would I serve with these breadcrumbs?
Do you even know how to boil water?
Yeah, but I want to do something special.
I don't think I can help you, Sonny.
2 prime rib rare.
Hey, Jan, I got this really big date coming up next Thursday night, and I need some advice.
She said yes?
Uh-huh.
Sounds like I could both use some advice.
I want to show her that I'm a man of the 80s, that I'm sensitive, and that I can cry. With most dates, I usually wait until after they say no.
Try putting the crying where you usually do the begging.
Great idea. I love you.
Dot, you wouldn't like to cover for me tonight, would you?
No problem.
Gee, thanks, Dot. I'll return the favor.
Forget it. All I ask from you, Cassie, is your continued friendship, admiration, and respect.
She drives a hard bargain.
Nobody does it better. Yeah. Nobody does it half as good as me, baby. I'm the best. Ask around. Hey, how was SeaWorld, Tex?
Oh, it was fantastic. I think I like the dolphin show the best. Trainer had one of them walk across the water on his tail, then it came up out of the water and kissed me.
Woo.
You went all the way to San Diego to kiss a fish?
A dolphin isn't a fish, it's a mammal.
Will you kiss me? I'm a mammal.
No, Sonny, you're a fish.
Does somebody by the name of Cassie work here?
Oh, yes.
Well, don't tell me. I'll know her when I see her. Cassie, right?
Right.
Do you want to talk here or in private?
About what?
Don't play games with me, honey. You know damn well about what.
Want to keep it down?
Look, you homewrecker, get this and get it straight. I want you to stop seeing my husband.
Well, I hope this was as much fun for you as it was for me. I believed him. I was even thinking of getting a job in New York so we could be together. Jerk.
Jerk. Try slime, degenerate dirtbag.
I was talking about me.
Oh, well, then jerk's fine. People don't notice what goes on in here anyway. Sonny plays here every night. If they don't notice him, they didn't notice you.
Wait, did you see the look on those people's faces when they found out that Cassie was dating a married man?
Jan didn't. You want to describe it to her?
They were sitting there bug-eyed. I can't imagine what I would have done being humiliated that way. But then again, I don't date married men.
I didn't know he was married.
It's true, Amy, she didn't. Let's face it. The only single guys Cassie hasn't dated are dating each other.
So tomorrow night, instead of chocolate mousse, chocolate souffle, or fraise au chocolat, we'll be serving Jell-O.
Howard, if we're out of chocolate, just say so.
I just did.
Dot, where you been? I've been counting my tips.
What have you got in there? Money bags? You must have made out like a bandit.
Bandit. Very funny. I gotta go.
Before you go, I have something to say.
Quarters. Lots of quarters.
What happens between consenting adults in the privacy of their own homes is between them and their videotape machines. But what happened here tonight was a public disgrace that reflects on all of us, the innocent and the guilty.
That's it. Good night, all.
In just a moment.
Back off, Nancy. I've been through a lot tonight.
You've made your bed. Now stay out of it.
Chin up, Cassie.
Yeah. See you tomorrow. You know, Cassie, I don't know if this will help, but I got some advice for you.
No good. Just the person I would have turned to.
Well, back home, when a girl finds out she's going with a married man, they have this cute little thing that they do to make themselves feel better.
Yeah, what is it?
They tie him up and drag him behind a Jeep.
I like it. Think it'll work with a Chevy?
Howard, the chocolate was delivered last week. Look, you signed for it yourself.
Well, then where is it?
Good question. I've also discovered a 10-pound wheel of cheddar cheese is missing. Now, that's cheese, chocolate, and stale bread. What do you make of it?
Probably some Russian dish.
I feel so weird today. I kept having the strangest dream about Ted.
Well, tell me about it. I took a psychology course in college. Maybe I can tell you what it means.
Well, I don't know whether it means anything, but we were at this amusement park, and he kept buying me hot dogs.
I think I remember what that means.
Then he wanted to take me to the Tunnel of Love.
We don't need Freud for this one.
And then I push him off a cliff. So what do you think?
I think you did the right thing. I didn't get much sleep last night either. We were up half the night talking about money. Richie kept insisting that Charlie needs braces, and I found myself saying that his teeth don't really stick out all that much.
Do they?
He's got an overbite like Bugs Bunny.
Sorry to hear you've been having budget problems, Jan. Of course, there are ways to supplement the old paycheck. A bit of chocolate is a treat, a little bread and cheese in the lunchbox.
Winning a huge slander suit in court.
Well, somebody's been raiding our kitchen.
Frankly, Nancy, I'm appalled. Shocked. I can't believe you'd accuse Jan of taking food home.
Well, if it isn't Jan, who is it?
Well, I didn't say it wasn't Jan, but where's your proof?
Thanks for your support.
You're right, Dot. Oh, please forgive me, Jan. I just can't go around accusing innocent people. It's that busboy Gus.
There you go again. Nancy, Nancy, Nancy. Things get misplaced, thrown away by mistake. You are dealing in pure speculation. Until you catch Gus in the act.
Oh, I'll catch him. If there's one thing I know how to do, it's how to set a trap.
So how come she's still single?
Look at the bait.
Cassie, Ted's here. Says he wants to surprise you.
He already did. Now it's my turn. Would you drop this off at table 6 and then show Ted into the lounge?
She's right in there.
Thank you. How's my favorite girl? Something wrong?
Yeah, I missed the soft spot in your head.
What did I do?
Do you remember what I asked you on our first date?
Oh, come on, Cassie. That was 6 months ago.
I remember because it's something that I ask on every first date.
What?
Are you married? And you said no.
Excuse me, I need these right now.
So your wife showed up here last night.
That's impossible.
I have over 100 witnesses.
There must be some mistake.
You're right, and you're it.
Here, knock yourself out.
Now, hold it, Cassie. Put those down. I'm not lying to you.
So there you are. I do not want another scene in my restaurant.
I told you to keep away from my husband.
Howard, do something.
Not me, I'm protecting desserts.
Well, I'm calling security.
He's all yours. I've had it.
Hold it, sweetheart. I'm not done with you yet.
What is going on here? Cassie, I want to talk to you.
Why don't you talk to her?
We have nothing to talk about.
That's not my problem.
I told you to break it off with my husband.
You've got the tongues. You do it.
What are you talking about?
Your husband.
He's not my husband.
Wait a minute. You're not her husband?
I've never seen this woman before.
Then who is your husband?
You have some nerve asking that.
A hint. Give me a hint. What's his name?
Dwight.
Dwight. I don't think Dwight's.
Okay, play it your way. But sooner or later, I'm going to catch the two of you together. And then you'll find out I'm not the meek little housewife you think I am.
And you call me a two-timer. How many guys are there, Cassie, or can't you remember their names?
Whoa, settle down. You were right. There's been a mistake.
Just forget mine, too. Just take me off the list, okay?
Ted, wait a minute. Please, let's talk about it. Ted! Dwight. I'm sure I would have remembered a Dwight.
There he is. Thanks a lot, Mr. Breadcrumb. That's right, I mean you, Howard. I took your advice. I'm on my way home from my date. I stopped to gas up the car, so I run inside and buy the most expensive breadcrumbs they had. Got me nowhere.
Excuse me.
A little late for apologies, mister.
I'm not apologizing. You're in my way.
Oh, excuse me. Oh, there she is, Miss Sensitivity.
What are you talking about?
Don't play innocent with me. You're the one who told me to cry early. At least when I cry at the end of the evening, I retain my dignity. If you ever need advice on love, don't come to me.
Well, if that's the way it's gotta be.
Yes, operator. Just tell him that Cassie called again.
Still no luck?
I've left messages at his hotel, at his office. I've called him night and day. He's just ignoring me. Now I know how the guys on my B list feel.
You get a hold of him, what are you going to tell him?
That somebody else is having all the fun and I'm getting blamed for it.
All right, ladies, it's the moment of truth. I know who's been taking the food, although I've yet to figure out why.
Oh, I'm sure there could be any number of reasons, ranging all the way from innocent to humane.
For instance?
Okay, let's say that one of us, like Amy or Jan or Cassie, took pity on some poor hungry street person and offered to feed them a stale crust of bread, a little chocolate, some cheese. Given such noble motives, who is to say they should be punished? Who is to say in such a case that the end doesn't justify the means? Who amongst us would cast the first stone?
And me, if I could find one big enough.
Oh, I know what you're thinking. You're wondering which one of us is most likely to care about some little old lady who lives out of a shopping cart, whose only shelter is a cardboard crate in an alley.
Dot, open your locker.
Oh, all right. There. Good Lord, I'm innocent.
That's not your locker.
Oh.
Ketchup?
She likes to make soup out of it. She? Shopping cart Sal, you've seen her hanging around the parking lot. Short, fat, wears a Dodgers cap.
Sounds like Tommy Lasorda.
8 loaves of bread, 4 pounds of chocolate, and a wheel of cheese. Why so much?
She likes to entertain. I guess she has a lot of friends.
How'd you know it was Dot?
The simplicity itself, I went through your lockers.
That's an invasion of privacy.
Call F. Lee Bailey.
Nancy, wait. What are you going to do to me?
I'll have to think about it. I'll determine what's most merciful, then go the other way. Oh, good evening, sir. Nice to see you again.
Well, take a good look, because it's the last time you're seeing him.
I told you to wait in the car.
While you come up here and see your bimbo.
Oh, please, keep your voices down.
I'll take care of this, Nancy.
Back off, sister.
Sweetheart, please.
Don't sweetheart me, Dwight.
Dwight? You're Dwight? This is Dwight.
Hi, Cassie.
Hi, Cassie.
Play something.
Caught between two lovers.
Do you know how much you messed up my life last night?
That's why I'm here, to apologize for that whole ugly scene.
What about this whole ugly scene?
I'm on to you and Dwight. How do you think I got him? His first wife was a blonde waitress. I was a blonde waitress. You are a blonde waitress.
Darlene, you got it all wrong. I haven't even asked Cassie out yet.
Did you hear the yet? Did everybody hear the yet?
Okay, the two of you, out.
You listen to me.
No, you listen to me. I don't know what your problem is, lady, but you've got some nerve trying to make it my problem. Now, this is a capon. And if the two of you don't get out of here, in 2 seconds, it's going to be a stuffed capon. Thanks for lending me the bird. I'll get you another one. You okay? Me? I'm fine. Now, at least I know what to tell Ted.
Yeah, if he ever returns your calls.
Oh, I'm not going to wait for his calls. I'm going to go to the hotel after work, and I'm going to camp out in the lobby if I have to.
Well, Cassie, that was quite a performance. You were rude, vulgar, and offensive. I'm proud of you. Get back to work.
Here you go, Sal. Hot roll. And your relish dish.
Bon appetit.
Oh, it sure beats dumpster diving.
Now, Nancy, you were really something else. And here I thought you were going to flatten Dot like a slow possum on a fast highway.
Hey, I'm eating here.
Would you like to start with soup or salad?
Dot, shopping cart Sal is a special guest. Bring her a shrimp cocktail.
Yeah, bring me a shrimp cocktail.
Right.
Sal, when Dot told me of your plight, I took the liberty of calling the Bay Street Mission. They have a place for you if you like.
You couldn't get me a room here at the hotel?
Shut up and eat, Sal.
Yes?
Sorry, I must have the wrong room. I'm looking for Ted Grady.
This is it. Come in.
Is Ted here?
No, I wish I knew where he was. Are you his secretary?
No. Are you?
I'm Beverly Grady.
His sister.
His wife.
Oh. I didn't know Ted was married.
Tomorrow is our 12th anniversary. I've flown in to surprise him.
I'm sure you will. Well, congratulations. Happy anniversary.
I'm sorry, I didn't get your name.
Cassie.
Are you with Ted's West Coast office?
Yes, I just dropped by to give him a message.
Can I take it for him?
Sure. Tell him he lost the Cranston account.
Oh, I'm sure he'll be sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
Cassie, thank you for the message.
You're welcome. Good night, Mrs. Grady.
Goodbye, Miss Cranston. More coffee?
Oh, no thanks.
Another chocolate souffle?
Oh, no, 3's my limit.
Can I ask you something?
Sure.
Where do you get your mail?
At my house in the Hamptons. Who is this girl?
Nancy, this has been one of the most selfless and giving gestures I've ever seen.
Yeah, thanks.
Oh, don't thank me. Thank Dot. She's paying for it.
Me?
Oh, good. You're surprised. Oh, I love surprises, especially when they're mixed with a touch of revenge.
Cassie, what are you doing back here?
Oh, I don't know. Felt like going someplace and listening to some loud music. Want to come with me?
Cassie, I'm a married woman now. I have to get home to Richie and the kids.
Oh, yeah, right.
What happened at the hotel? Wasn't Ted there?
No. His wife was.
I'll get my coat.
Coming up next, it's the reigning king of nighttime. No, it's not Johnny or Pat. It's Arsenio Hall. Stay tuned as Arsenio welcomes Michael Air Jordan and rhythm and blues sensation Surface, performing their chart-topping Shower Me With Love. The Arsenio Hall Show, next.
Life's not the French Riviera. Believe me, life's not a charity ball. It isn't all a great big bed of roses. It's not like showbiz, but the main thing I suppose is we're not the people's night. Believe me, we know we're doing right. Can we maybe less than wealthy, but better than we're young and healthy. And anyone who's young and healthy knows that that's the way. The traffic flows. It's fun living.
There are so many things I'd love to know about Russia. If we just had the opportunity to communicate vis-a-vis, I'm sure that we could resolve all the misunderstandings that plague our respective nations.
Я не понимаю.
Oh, right. I bought a Russian phrase book just for something like this. I don't suppose you said, is your tractor going to the youth hostel?
I like your nogi.
Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Nogi, nogi, nogi. Buzz off.
I'd like to welcome all our Russian visitors. Fabulous country, Russia. Home of Tchaikovsky, Rachmaninoff, and Rimsky-Korsakov. Unfortunately, I don't know any of those guys' tunes. But I understand you Reds dig rock and roll. So, here we go. There's one for the money, two for the show. I'm free to get ready now. Go, cat, go. Don't you step on the blue suede shoe. Hey, you can do anything but lay off of my blue suede shoe. Back off, Ivan. Maybe you can impress lounge singers in Poland, but this is America.
No problem. Make my day.
Sonny, until this track meet is over, we're sitting on a political powder keg. And I don't want an international incident touched off by some wimp in a tux.
But Nancy, we were just discussing friendship between Americans and commies.
Sonny, just do what you would do if they were regular customers. Sing and suck up to them.
Gotcha.
Dot.
Hi, how you doing?
A little less détente and a little more hash slinging.
Hello, my name is Alexei. I like your nogi.
Why, thanks, Alexei. You got a cute zap.
You speak Russian.
Just the major body parts. 3 days with these guys, and I could be practicing medicine in Minsk.
So, waitress lady, where are you from?
Why do you want to know?
Your funny accent. You speak with a southern droop.
Texas?
I like Texas. Big track meet in Dallas. We also see Grand Canyon and London Bridge. America is beautiful country.
I bet your favorite was Disneyland, right?
We don't get to see Disneyland.
You mean you've been in L.A. a week and you hadn't seen Disneyland?
No. What's it like?
Well, actually, I hadn't been there myself. Hey, why don't we go together?
Can I get you anything else?
Da, him.
Who, the guy behind the piano player?
No, piano player. Sing like Elvis.
Sonny? Oh, listen, honey, stay away from him. All he wants to do is hop in the sack.
Oh, too bad. We want to make whoopee with him.
Really? Well, I guess a fling with Sonny couldn't hurt. After all, in a few days, you'll be safely behind the Iron Curtain.
Love me tender, love me sweet, never let me go. You have made my life complete, and I love you so.
You better watch it, my little Sputniks. The old sun man doesn't take yet for an answer.
And I always will.
Are you really going out with Alexei?
Why not?
Well, there are cultural differences.
Come on, Jan. You've seen one Zot, you want to see another.
Just be careful. KGB is probably following him, and the CIA is probably following the KGB.
Gee, I bet he gets more beer nuts.
Poland, Schmoland, I like these people. Placebo! What an ovation.
You should have heard the applause when Elvis was alive.
Don't give me that. There's something about me these chicks really dig.
Yeah, it's your hair. Looks like one of their hats.
I had a very good time last night. Thank you for showing me around.
My pleasure. Tonight I'll show you the city.
I really had a good time. Hope you didn't mind standing in all those lines.
He's old cap to me. Only difference is in America, at the end of line, you get into giant teacup. In Russia, you get toilet paper.
Amy, you're late.
I am really, really sorry, but the traffic was awful. You wouldn't believe it.
Yuri, you're late.
I am sorry, Comrade Colonel.
This goofy duck hat will not keep you warm in Siberia.
I feel so sorry for him. I could never live like that in fear and terror.
Amy, get into uniform.
Yes, ma'am.
What's happened to the lights?
Ladies and gentlemen, there have been many giants in the history of rock and roll, but only one king. He came from humble beginnings, but he changed the face of music as we know it forever. Of course, I'm talking about me, Sonny Man. And now, I'd like to play some Elvis for you. Walking through a pond, the county jail. The prison band was there and they began to wail. The band was jumping and the joint began to swing. You should have heard the knocked out jailbird swing that rock.
How dare you do that to a man who's too dead to defend himself? You're a disgrace to the 50s.
Nancy's out to kill me. She gave me all the weightlifters, all the shot putters, all the big eaters. I don't know if I can lift another tray. Holy gadzooly, I'm getting muscles. Oh, little black market Jan. Gonna sell those jean skis for $150?
No, it's a peace offering. I slugged that little wrestler out there. Told me he wanted to get into my jeans, and turns out he really wanted to get into my jeans.
Have y'all seen Yuri? He hasn't been at his table.
Oh, I hadn't noticed.
I'm getting real worried about him. You know, that KGB man was really giving him a hard time. I just hope he's not in any trouble.
I defend. Protect me.
Are you going, babe?
Going good, Alexei. How about you?
Fine. I'm looking very forward to our date tonight. We go out and paint the town red.
Make that red, white, and blue, and you're on.
Okay.
Yuri has been missing for the last 3 hours. I haven't seen him since he got back from Disneyland.
Oh?
And he's been with one of your girls, madam.
Call me hostess.
Nancy, I have to talk to you. It's a matter of life and death.
The salt shaker has an S on it, Dot. The pepper has a P. But I wish I could help you, Colonel. Believe me, if I knew where this Yuri was, I'd turn him in myself. Now, what's this about life and death?
Ah, right. What is life, Nancy? What is death, for that matter? These are the problems that have puzzled Plato, Voltaire, Rod McEwen.
I don't know the meaning of life, Dot. Death, I can help you with.
I don't know. I'll ask him. FBI needs to know your full name.
Yuri Alexeyevich Reshitnyak.
I can't say. No, it's not top secret. I just can't say it. No, he's not a scientist or diplomat. He's a track star. Oh. Did you win any medals?
Well, when I am 8, I win ribbon at Ukrainian State Fair for Big Pig.
You too? Was it a Chester White?
I don't believe this conversation. No medals. Look, how long is this going to take? That long? Look, fella, I don't care about your bureaucratic problems. We have a huddled mass here yearning to breathe free. No. No, I don't want my taxes audited. No, he's fine. He can wait.
We've got to keep hiding him in here. Did you tell Nancy? You mean Comrade Bibi? She's on their side.
You know, kid, I had you sized up all wrong. I've only got pictures of men in my locker.
We better get back out on the floor before Nancy figures out what's going on.
You're right.
Right. What is going on?
Miss Waitress, I am sorry to bring you so much trouble.
Oh, hey, that's okay. I can understand why you're doing this.
You can?
Well, yeah, I think so. You disapprove of your political system, what with the suppression of Poland and the invasion of Afghanistan.
We did that? That is terrible. But not why I defect.
Then why are you?
Because I want... There's no Russian word for all that I see in America.
Freedom?
Yes. With like a whole bunch of freedom.
Well, don't you worry. You're in America now. You are free. You stay in there. Don't make a sound.
Whoa! Is my mind playing tricks on me? Am I hallucinating? Can it be? Yes, it is. Pay dirt. Whoa, Doc. Did you happen to notice which one of these lucky ladies put this room key in my snifter?
Does it make a difference?
Well, which one is it? Is it the little redhead or is it the blonde gymnast? Just please tell me it's not the one with the mustache.
Whoever it was, she's entirely too good for you.
Great.
Dot, I'm going to get Yuri some food. He must be starved. Cover for me, Kate.
Okay.
Dot, why are you covering for Amy?
Boy, am I glad you asked me that.
And for the Ruskies at table 5, we have 2 steaks, 2 chickens, and 30 tons of wheat.
I don't do orders to go.
Howard, could I possibly have some food?
Well, let's see. You're a waitress. I'm a chef. We have plenty of trays. Yeah, I guess that would make sense.
Well, it's not for one of the customers. It's for, Can you keep a secret?
You mean the Russian in your locker? Sure. Tell him welcome to America and tell him this is the last free meal he's going to get.
Thank you.
I'm sure they'll have Amy out of the bathroom in a minute or so. You see, it's a Yale lock, and the locksmith went to Harvard.
Good Lord, you're pathetic.
Okay, all right, I'll talk. In fact, I'm glad I can stop making up these stupid stories and for once just tell the truth. I don't know who spilled glue on the sofa.
Here you go. Hope you enjoy it.
Spasiba.
Dot, get out of my way. What are you doing in here?
Eating.
Why?
She's pregnant.
I am not.
Now, who are you going to believe, me or her?
Let me see. Who shall I believe? Pinocchio or Snow White? Get out on the floor, both of you.
Sorry, here's your food.
I defect.
Holy moly, how are we going to hide 2 Russians?
Well, we'll just have to. Just like Yuri, he wants his freedom.
Freedom? No, I don't want that. I want Cassie.
What?
Cassie, you know, blonde hair, laughing green eyes, built like brick gulag.
Please. We're coming. Sorry, Nancy. The baby was kicking.
Are you all right? No. Even smaller than my bedroom in Moscow. But bigger than my kitchen.
Is Yuri still in the locker?
Yes, and so is Alexei.
They're both in your locker?
No, Alexei's in Cassie's locker.
Oh. Have you looked in my locker?
Where is Yuri hiding?
Amy Tompkins, waitress, no serial number.
I see you with Yuri yesterday. Now he's staying there all the time. That's where Yuri is, da?
Da, nah.
Bring the defector out here. He belongs to the Soviet Union.
No, he doesn't. This is America. Nobody belongs to anybody here. We all have the freedom to do whatever we want.
Good. Then I go get him.
Not that much freedom.
Oh, good. I see Dot is showing you that quaint American custom of door dancing.
She's hiding defector in there. Will you surrender him or not?
Help us. The FBI will be here soon. Just stall the colonel for 5 minutes. Please.
Tell me one good reason why I should.
I'll give you 2 that you told me about. Johann and Frida Bibi, your grandparents. They came over from Germany 80 years ago and scrubbed floors so that their children and grandchildren could live in freedom.
That's a hell of a story. It even works on me. I'll do it. Look, why don't we talk about this over a drink? Now, who knows what a drink could lead to? Perhaps international relations.
Boy, Nathan Hale only gave his life for his country.
Will somebody please tell me what's going on here?
There's a Russian in your locker.
What?
He says he wants to defect because he's in love with you.
Oh, I've heard that line before. Only in Chinese. I'll go talk to him. I haven't had a guy in my locker since high school gym class. I have to talk to you. Would you come out of the locker, please? Listen, Alexei, I understand you have certain feelings for me, and I want you to know I'm very flattered, but do you mind?
Sorry.
I don't want you to do something so drastic over me. I mean, people don't just abandon their homelands after one date, even one date with me.
I will. I give up my country, my friends, my family, my little cousins, Svetlana and other one, I forget his name. I give up my food coupons, my woolly coat.
What about your ice boat?
Shut up! Nobody knows about that. I give up everything for you, Cassie. I need you. I want you. I'm talking matrimony.
Whoa, Alexei. Wait a minute. You got to know that we're talking about 2 different cultures here. In our country, people get married for love. In your country, people get married to keep warm.
So?
You probably want to know where I've been and why I look so ravished.
No.
I've been with this incredible gymnast. If we'd only had some judges there, I could have won the gold. She took advantage of me, Dot, and I let her.
Did her mustache tickle?
You just break world record.
Thanks.
For speed.
Table for 239? I'm afraid there'll be a slight wait, about 2 hours.
FBI.
State Department. Immigration, naturalization.
Herman and Thelma Goldberg.
Dot, please show the Goldbergs to their table. Amy, please show these gentlemen to your locker.
How would you like to see one of America's best-kept secrets?
You are right. I do not understand.
I'm saying, if you want to leave Russia, that's fine. But if you want to leave Russia because of me, then that's not fine.
But I love you, Cassie.
Come on, Alexei, one date. And it was a lot of fun. But that's not love, that's infatuation.
Still don't understand.
You know, infatuation. You know, when a Russian woman and a man go out and, oh, I don't know. When a woman and a man go out and they go to ballet, or maybe they go see Lenin's body.
That's right, and then you know what happened.
Look, what are you going to do? What are you going to write your mother and father and tell them that you're never going to see them again because you met some blonde?
You are right. I cannot do this to them. You come to Russia with me.
Oh, well, I've got two problems with that. I love this country, and I don't love you, Alexei. Go home. Remember us fondly, but don't ruin your life.
What the hell? It was worth a shoot. You'll be one tough cookie to forget.
You the gentleman seeking political asylum?
Me? No. Yet.
It was me. I'm sorry, I couldn't stop him. I tried everything. Well, almost everything.
So we have two defectors in here.
Yet, only one. Why should I defect? I love Russia. I love my friends and family. My little cousins, Svetlana and... other one. I love my ice boat.
Ice boat? What ice boat? We didn't know we had an ice boat. I have had my eye on you. You've been chasing American Flowsy.
That's floozy.
Thank you. You were betraying your country, admit it.
Well,
Well, come on, tell him the real reason. He was trying to keep Yuri here from defecting.
Yes, right.
So why did you not say this?
Because it did not work. I am sorry, Alexei, but this is what I must do. Perhaps someday we see each other again.
Yeah, if he visits you, this salt mine.
Hey, you can't threaten him here. As of this moment, this man is under the legal protection of the United States government.
Right? Right.
Welcome to America.
No kiss for Alexei?
For sure, loyal comrade.
No wonder Yuri wanted asylum.
Come on, I'm the only waitress out there. Defect or get off the pot.
Stay tuned for Carol Burnett, right here on Super 18, Wisconsin's Superstation.
Life's not the French Riviera. Believe me, life's not a charity ball. It isn't all a great big bed of roses. It's not like showbiz, but the main thing I suppose is we're not the people night. Believe me, we know we're doing all right. Can we maybe less than wealthy, but again we're young and healthy, and anyone who's young and healthy knows that that's the way. The traffic flow.
Let's take a musical trip back to the fabulous 1950s. Those happy days when the phrase is I like Ike, the phase is poodle skirts, the craze is hula hoops, and the book everyone displays is the book of love. Oh, I wonder, who wrote the book of love? Chapter 1 says you love her with all your heart. Chapter 2, you tell her you never, ever, never, ever, never, 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 ever, never, never, never.
This is for you, Kathy.
Thank you, Mrs. Turkle.
Is there something else, dear?
Well, now, Mrs. Turkle, we've talked about this before, and you promised.
Oh, I know. I'm sorry. Oh, yes.
Mrs. Turco.
You're welcome, Cassie. I'll see you next week.
Okay, bye.
So anyway, I was having myself a good old time right up until we got to the door. Then the usual happened.
Usual usually does.
Well, the minute he tried to take liberties, I told him to saddle it up and move it out.
I'll buy it. Why?
I told you I'm saving myself for my future husband.
You haven't even met the guy yet. What's he ever done for you?
Kind of slow out there tonight, isn't it, Howard?
How would you know? You haven't been out there tonight.
Oh, yeah. Well, how is it?
Slow.
You heard about Saturday, right? You made any plans?
It's been so long since I had a Saturday night off, I forgot what I used to do on Saturday.
Well, I'm just planning to sleep, and get up really late.
I figured you were planning on being really late for something.
This must be killing Nancy. The only time they can replace the dining room carpet is on the busiest day of the week.
I'm taking Ellen and Charlie to the zoo on Saturday. I figure it's a learning experience. If they hang around the monkey cage long enough, they might pick up some table manners.
2 chickens, 14, 2 scampi, Howard. You know, Jan, I have to thank you.
For what?
You know what a state I've been in since Mr. Puss passed away? Well, this morning I was pushing my cart through the supermarket, and as I passed the Meow Mix, I burst into tears. So I decided to take your advice.
And see a shrink?
And get a new cat.
It's cheaper.
Oh, good news, everyone. The carpet people will accommodate us after all. They'll be here a week from Monday. So Saturday night, it's business as usual.
I was planning on doing nothing Saturday.
As I said, business as usual.
And when I grow too old to dream, that kiss will live in my heart.
That's dedicated to the couple here on my right, Blanche and Lou, celebrating their golden wedding anniversary. A toast. We all spend our lives on the ladder of life. Here's to a couple who have reached the final rung.
Sonny, you are unbelievably uncouth.
Okay, so I'm a sentimental guy. Imagine it, 50 years. Boy, they're old.
Sonny, are you looking forward to having a Saturday off?
I sure am.
Oh, good. Then you'll really be disappointed to learn that our plans have changed and you're working.
Nancy, you told me I had Saturday off.
That's right, Sonny, I did. And then later I told you didn't. You see how nicely that worked out?
Would you please stop talking to me like I'm 6 years old?
Why, are you having trouble keeping up with the conversation?
Nancy, I made plans. I'm not going to be here Saturday.
Oh, I love it when you summon up all your courage and take a stand. It's really quite amusing. Right this way.
I mean it, Nancy. I won't be here. Well, I won't.
When I told the kids I couldn't take them to the zoo on Saturday, they were both delighted. When I was a kid, the zoo was a real treat. I used to love to watch the baboons. Except when they walked away from you. Sorry.
I did it. I went and did it.
You bought an alarm clock.
What for? Listen, you told me I should get myself a new cat, right? So today I marched right down to the pound and came back with him.
Oh. That's a weird-looking cat.
I was looking for a cat, and then I saw this little guy, and he gave me a look like... They said if he wasn't claimed in 24 hours that they would, you know...
Punch his ticket.
Right. I couldn't let that happen.
Oh.
What's his name?
Pardon. What's his name?
Pardon.
What's that?
His name, Jan. You know, like in the governor calling with a last-minute reprieve.
Pardon?
That's his name, Amy.
Pardon.
That's his name.
Okay. I will think of a new name.
Well, I think he's adorable. I hope he's purse-trained.
Oh, I better find him a cardboard box. Would you put him in the bathroom until I'm ready to go home?
Yeah.
Oh, isn't he the cutest little thing?
I could just hug and kiss him and take him on home and cuddle him all night.
We have got to get this girl a date.
Hey, Cassie, you notice something different about me?
I wish.
I'm in love with a star. Does the name Boom Boom La Rocca mean anything to you?
Secretary of State during the Johnson administration?
No. I'm talking roller derby. She's the star of the Sacramento Thrashers. I just love it. She's so trashy.
And she settled for you?
Hey, Amy, have you ever heard of Boom Boom La Rocca?
You mean the roller derby queen? Are you kidding? She and Sally Field are my idols.
Well, Boom Boom and I have a thing going.
Now I'm down to Sally.
I've got free tickets to the playoffs Saturday night. Would you and some of your friends like to be my guests?
Well, Amy will be working, and so will you.
No, I won't, Nancy. I already told you. I promised Boom Boom I'd be there Saturday night.
Boom Boom?
Boom Boom Morocco. Don't you follow roller derby?
From an unbelievable distance.
I have to be there, Nancy. Do you know how many guys are just waiting for her to be thrown out of the rink and into their laps? That's why I met her.
It sounds like a romance right out of Jane Austen. But resign yourself, Sonny. Saturday night, no Boom Boom for you.
You're wrong, Nancy. I've got 6 weeks vacation coming, and I'm taking one of them.
Starting Saturday? Well, I believe I can find an adequate replacement by then. There are plenty of mediocre musicians around.
Oh, really? Well, good luck, because I'm the best mediocre musician you'll ever see.
I still can't believe Sonny walked out like that. I didn't think old Ronzoni's spine had it in him.
I can't keep the dog.
Why not?
My building has a no pets rule.
But you kept a cat there.
Yeah, but the building manager never heard the cat barking. Can't take him back to the pound. That'll be signing his death warrant. Jan, he would make a lovely new addition to your home.
Dot, I've got my hands full with a new stepson and a new husband. I don't need any more new additions in my life. Thank you.
Yes, but Charlie would love a dog. Charlie needs a dog. A dog is the closest companion a boy has in his life. You remember Mickey Rooney in Boys Town? You remember how he wept when his little dog was run over? Even Spencer Tracy couldn't console him.
Dot, Mickey Rooney's little dog wasn't run over. Mickey Rooney's little friend was run over.
Same thing.
Dot, I'd like to help you, and I'd like to help him. But right now, at this point in my life, I don't think I can.
I understand, Jan. Kathy, you would come to love this dog. This dog would come to love you. The two of you could have a lasting, meaningful relationship.
I find it very hard to have a lasting, meaningful relationship with anybody who drinks from a toilet.
Hi, little bit. Nancy better not catch you in here. She's looking for you, Dot, and she's got on her take no prisoners face.
Hurry, Toto. It's the Wicked Witch of the West.
I don't know what to do with him.
Dot's little doggy's been evicted, and she can't find a home for him.
I'll take him.
You will?
Sure. I mean, it gets lonely living alone.
Why don't you get a man?
I don't need a man. I just want someone when I come home to jump up on the couch and lick my face and go fetch a ball when I throw it.
You can get a man to do that.
Dot. Oh, Dot, I have a favor to ask of you. You seem to be the flighty sort who'd have musicians as friends.
I know a bassoon player.
You would. Well, I've been on the phone all day, and I can't find anyone to work for Sonny's salary.
They all insist on minimum, huh?
Right. Well, if you can think of anyone to help us out of our dilemma, let me know. We seem to be up Melody Lane without a paddle.
Hi, Nancy. Business falling off yet?
What are you doing here?
I just came by to listen to the quiet.
Sonny, I'm busy.
Nancy, I'm a customer.
There are no tables.
Well, I'll be waiting at the bar in case you change your mind about giving me Saturday off. Want to buy me a drink?
I'd rather volunteer for experimental surgery.
Howard, the man at table 3 is driving me nuts. This is the 3rd time he has changed his order. Now I need a fish and chips, whole the potatoes.
What do you think chips are?
I know what they are back home, and don't give me none of yours.
Howard, you'll never guess who just walked in.
Right you are.
Sonny. Oh, he came to gloat. He knew I couldn't find anyone at such short notice. I even asked the girls if they knew any musicians.
You should have asked me.
Howard, you actually know someone who plays the piano?
Sure.
Gus, drop that mop. Get out here.
A busboy, Howard. You're pushing a busboy?
Gus, you play the piano, right? A little. Word is he's terrific.
You've never heard him play?
I hate music, except for shrimp boats as a coming.
Howard, a busboy?
Nancy, you needed a piano player. I found you a piano player. I figure my job is done.
All right, you're it. Put on your tux and get out there.
I don't have a tux.
Oh, just as well. Not looking like Sonny is half the battle. Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? Now, in keeping with Above the Top's policy of encouraging new talent, it is our pleasure to present the keyboard wizardry of Gus.
Oh, Nancy, I've known some desperate women in my time.
That's the only kind you know. discovering him. I'm brilliant for listening to you. Even Sonny's brilliant for being so stupid.
Yeah, kid's good. Wonder if he knows Shrimp Boats is a-coming.
Oh, he's playing Chopin, Howard. Chopin in my dining room. Oh, such elegance demands a celebration.
Great. Knock yourself out.
Sonny, he's brilliant.
Yeah, but does he know the words?
Sonny, in case you haven't gotten the message, you may take all 6 weeks of your vacation to look for work.
God bless you.
Oh, thank you. Excuse me.
What's the matter? You got a cold?
When I woke up this morning, I could not breathe and my eyes were glued shut. When I finally pried them open and checked myself out in the mirror, I looked like a dying Cabbage Patch doll.
What's the matter?
Oh, that doctor sent me to an allergist and he tested me and said I'm allergic to this little guy. Oh, no.
That dog is going to know more about the inside of women's handbags than Monty Hall.
Obviously, you can't keep him if it's going to make you sick.
That's what the doctor said.
Oh, but I can't take him back to the pound. I wish Sonny was still here. I bet he would take him. Maybe I ought to give him a call.
I'd check with the dog first.
Well, what am I going to do?
Jan to the rescue. Well, I have been thinking about what you said yesterday, and I don't know, maybe a dog would be the answer to my problems. You know, it might bring the children together. They could walk it together and feed it together.
Scrub the rug together.
I promise you, Jan, you won't be sorry.
Okay, fella. If you can help uncomplicate my life, there might be a little something extra in your kibble dish.
Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, last night this gifted young man played the piece you just heard. Well, I was so impressed with his talents that I just threw caution to the winds and hired him on the spot. Gustav, what are you going to play next?
The same thing.
What do you mean the same thing?
It's the only tune I know.
Gus, put the mop away and get the garbage out of the bag.
How quickly they forget.
Poor guy. Well, that's show business. Hi, Howard.
Yeah.
What you making?
Frosting.
Looks good.
Is good. That's the whole point of frosting.
Right. How's Gus?
A little surly, if you ask me.
So I still don't understand how he could know one piece so well and not know anything else.
Come to find out, he was stationed in Alaska for 2 years. There was nothing in a day room but a player piano and one piano roll.
That's terrible.
Yeah, he says there's guys in Alaska who'll kill if they hear that tune again.
Dot? Oh, there's something I have to explain.
What? Oh, Jan, come on.
I tried. I wanted it to work. I'd hoped that a puppy would bring the children closer together, but instead they argue who's going to walk them, who's going to feed them.
Well, why don't you let them both do it?
You're missing the point. See, neither of them wants to.
Now, look on the bright side. That little guy could become a great watchdog.
Who are you kidding? He panics when the water in his bowl moves.
He'll get bigger.
Well, now, you see, that's what Richie's afraid of. When we got married, we agreed to share in all of our decisions. Well, it turns out Richie's not all that crazy about dogs.
Jan, be reasonable.
Dot, it's a new marriage and it's working. I don't want to louse it up by being reasonable.
Well, as long as you have your priorities straight.
Now, somebody's going to adopt him. He's adorable.
Yeah, right.
Dot. Nancy Nancy, table 6 wants to know if there's going to be any music.
Does anyone at table 6 know how to play?
Well, what are you going to do about the music?
I don't know.
Have you thought about calling Sonny?
I tried calling him 7 times. Whenever I went to dial, my finger curled up.
Well, don't you think you should get in touch with him before he gets another job?
Who would hire him? He'll turn up sooner or later.
Sooner.
Oh, Sonny, this is a surprise. What are you doing here?
Oh, I was just in the neighborhood. Thought I'd come by and say hello. Gus is on a break, huh?
I'll say.
Nancy, can I ask you a question? Just one. I'll only ask it once, and then I'll never bother you again, I promise.
Oh, all right.
Nancy, please, I'm begging you, please give me my job back. I've got my tuxedo in my car. I can start tonight.
And what about Boom Boom?
Oh, Nancy, she's a girl. She'll leave me. They all do. Oh, Nancy, please leave me my dignity. Please give me my job back.
All right, son, you're hired. Now crawl over to the piano and play something.
Oh, you won't be sorry, Nancy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Here's your ankle bracelet.
Good evening.
What I'm leading up to, Howard, is how would you like to take a dog home with you tonight?
It's anything like the dog I took home last night. Forget it.
Oh, Nancy, you're my last hope.
I'd hate to be in your shoes.
How would you like to go home with something warm and cuddly?
Howard didn't put you up to this, did he?
No.
Rats.
Nancy, I have to find a home for a puppy. If I don't, it'll go back to the pound and certain death. You would adore this puppy, Nancy. He has a great capacity for love.
I, too, have a great capacity for love. And I don't want some pooch sniffing around cramping my style.
You gotta realize, little guy, it's not the length of life that matters, it's the quality of life. Fruit fly only lives 48 hours, but I bet he lives every hour to the fullest. You've lived a full life. Remember how you loved licking raw hamburger off the tip of my finger? Remember how much fun you had chewing on my bunny slipper? And remember how you used to go crazy when I would scratch your tummy, your little hind leg would go choo, 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 choo. It won't be painful. Be like going to sleep, you know, long, endless sleep. Okay, enough, I'll take it. You? Hey, I like dogs. I had a dog when I was a kid. Besides, that Mickey Rooney story really got to me. Oh, Kathy. Yeah, I figure the guy across the hall will look after it during the daytime. He works from his apartment. He's always trying to get into my apartment anyway. One of those, huh? No, I think he's one of the others. I think he wants to get into the apartment to try on my clothes. Okay, puppy, meet your new mommy. Yeah, little Buster, I think you and I are going to get along just fine. After all, we have a lot in common. We're both man's best friend.
Baby, 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 I love you, yes I do. Well, it says so in this book of love. Ours is the one that's true. Well, I wonder, who wrote the book of love?
Stay tuned for the newly crowned king of late-night TV. It's the Arsenio Hall Show, next here on Channel 9. Tonight, Arsenio welcomes Smokey Robinson, actress Beth Toussaint from Dallas, and comic Denny Johnston. It's the Arsenio Hall Show, weeknights at 11:30 here on Channel 9.